The Russia-Ukraine war began in 2014, after Ukraine's pro-Russian president, Viktor Yanukovych, was overthrown in a popular uprising. The war has primarily taken place in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine, which includes the Donetsk and Luhansk regions. The conflict has claimed more than 13,000 lives and displaced over 1.5 million people. Russia has been accused of providing military support to separatist rebels in eastern Ukraine, including weapons, ammunition, and troops. Russia has denied involvement in the conflict and has accused Ukraine of starting the war. The conflict has had a significant impact on the Ukrainian economy, with the loss of territory and ongoing conflicts disrupting trade and investment. The conflict has also had a humanitarian impact, with civilians caught in the crossfire and access to basic necessities such as food, water, and healthcare restricted. The conflict has strained relations between Russia and the West, with many Western countries imposing economic sanctions on Russia. The annexation of Crimea by Russia in March 2014 is widely seen as a trigger for the conflict. Ukraine and the international community do not recognize the annexation of Crimea as legitimate. The conflict has led to the establishment of two self-proclaimed separatist republics, the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic. The conflict has seen several ceasefires and peace agreements, but none have been successful in ending the fighting. The Minsk II agreement, signed in February 2015, is the most recent ceasefire agreement, but violence has continued despite the agreement. The conflict has led to the imposition of martial law in Ukraine and a heightened military presence in the region. The war has had a significant impact on the civilian population, with reports of human rights abuses and violations of international law by both sides. The conflict has led to the displacement of many people, with some fleeing to other parts of Ukraine and others seeking refuge in neighboring countries. The conflict has also had an impact on cultural and linguistic rights, with the Ukrainian government passing laws aimed at promoting the Ukrainian language and culture. The conflict has seen the use of advanced military technology, including drones and long-range artillery, by both sides. The conflict has also seen the use of propaganda by both sides, with each side accusing the other of spreading false information. The conflict has had an impact on the wider region, with tensions between Russia and the West increasing and other countries in the region taking sides. The war has led to the downing of several civilian aircraft, including Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 in July 2014, which killed all 298 passengers and crew on board. The conflict has seen the deployment of UN peacekeeping forces, but they have been unable to prevent the fighting from continuing. The conflict has led to a humanitarian crisis, with many people lacking access to basic necessities such as food, water, and healthcare. The war has also had an economic impact, with Ukraine's GDP falling by more than 15% since 2014. The conflict has led to a rise in nationalism and xenophobia in both Ukraine and Russia. The war has had an impact on the environment, with pollution and damage to infrastructure affecting the local ecosystem. The conflict has seen the use of cyber attacks and hacking by both sides, with each accusing the other of cyber aggression. The conflict has led to a rise in authoritarianism and a crackdown on civil liberties in Ukraine. The war has had an impact on the media, with journalists facing censorship and intimidation from both sides.